This is the Ice Rod. A lot of you probably won't remember this weapon, and those of you that do will have war flashbacks. Most folks that try it out and see its underwhelming effects end up throwing it away not long after. This thing is a gimmick, but it's a fun one, and I think it deserves more of a chance. Today, I'll be going over how to obtain and use the Ice Rod, along with a few neat things it can do. The Ice Rod is an item you can purchase from the wizard NPC. Don't have a wizard captive in your town? That's an easy fix. Just head underground until you find the idiot tied up and thrown to the curb like the garbage he is. Now that he's moved into your happy housing complex, he'll sell you the Ice Rod for 50 gold. That's a bit pricey, so if you want to buy it off him for as little as possible, build his room in the hollow and make it so he lives with one of these 3 NPCs. Now you've gotten yourself the Ice Rod. You spent a ton of money getting this thing and can't wait to try it out. You cast it and... that's a bit disappointing. It may not look like much, but this little ice cube can do great things. It just needs some encouraging words. Who's the best? That's right, you are. You see that guy over there? Yeah, rip his face off. As you can see, the Ice Rod has a pretty fast fire rate. It has no reason to be this high, but it is, so let's abuse it. If an enemy is approaching you, let loose a barrage of ice blocks and watch it struggle to do anything. Each hit does a good amount of damage, and this is a weapon you can get right at the start of hard mode. It will serve you well until you can maybe find something else. Even then, it does comparable damage to other early hard mode weapons, and can almost be seen as a magic version of the Mega Shark. That being said, can the Mega Shark do this? Don't forget that the Ice Rod's main thing is placing tiles. People often forget that Terraria is a sandbox game. The ability to place tiles is an incredibly powerful tool you have at your disposal. However, placing blocks is slow and restrictive. They're great for making amazing looking structures and arenas, but what if you need something right now? Are you under fire and about to be cornered? Pull out your trusty Ice Rod and throw up a panic wall. Surrounded on both sides? Make yourself a safety bubble. You'll be protected from all those horrible things that threaten your frail body. Even better is that the Ice Rod can shoot through its own tiles, so while enemies won't be able to harm you, you can certainly harm them. Being a coward really pays off. Combat not really your thing? That's totally fine. The Ice Rod still has your back. The thing makes a great building tool and can help save time on construction. I'm sure a lot of us thought it would be awesome to make a floating house to live in, only to realize that you can't start building with regular tiles in midair, and then having to do this. With the Ice Rod though, look how easy that is. It's much less of a hassle to build where you want with this item. And if you really wanted to, you could just build with the Ice Rod itself. Whatever mistake you thought would be a good idea to draw will be erased seconds later, but maybe that's for the best. We've gone through all of that, and yet there is still somehow more to talk about. Movement is a huge part of Terraria, and being able to get around is important for dodging and exploration. You can make temporary ice platforms and stand on them, and if you have wings or double jumps, these platforms can refresh your flight time without needing to touch the ground. You could even forego wings and just do this, if that's your thing. The last thing I want to bring up is the Ice Rod synergy with the anti-gravity hook. You know that weird, annoying grappling hook from the Martians that lets you move around in the air? It's nifty, but isn't too useful unless you set up an arena to use it. Thanks to the Ice Rod, everywhere is your arena. Place some tiles in the sky and watch yourself fly around the screen. You have to try this for yourself, it's incredibly fun. So yeah, that's the Ice Rod. Turns out it's a super versatile tool that can be used to do pretty much everything. Now it's not the most practical option, and other things can surpass it, but come on, have some fun every once in a while. Terraria isn't only about becoming an all-powerful, god-slaying monster. It's alright to goof off and do silly things. And with that, I think we're done here. That covers everything. Now I just need to freeze myself for a few months and make everyone assume I'm dead. Anyway, thanks for watching. Wait, no, put me back in!